Hey guys, welcome back to more Let's Play Rogue Galaxy. Last time we arrived here in the factory. And, well, we didn't really take a small break, but we did manage to make our way through a small section of this area as we try to stop the, whatever his name was, from taking control of this and preventing us from actually getting our bloody visa so we can get the hell out of here. This door is locked for now. That leads to the other side. There's, I don't think, anything over there. Maybe we can get in from the other side. I don't actually remember off the top of my head. Now, I would like to jump on here because I need to head over to the other side. And if you go here, the game will not like me, and I will not get credit for doing what I tried to do. That's fine. I do want to get up to the other side over there because there is an item over there that I would like to pick up. And even though I was right next to the thing, and I should have been able to jump on the platform, the game won't let me because the game does not like me. So we'll use the Earth key and we will get ourselves an eel, and I will make barbecue later. We'll all be good. All right, what else we got up here? According to my map, we've got a whole lot of nothing up here. Can't go through that way. Can't exit out the door. But if we go down to the bottom side, there are indeed treasures.
There are machines everywhere in this place.
Correct. Speaking of machines, we've got two of them. J-type and yellow bolt. Now, I haven't really been going over each specific enemy's drops because pretty much every enemy in every area is going to need to be taken down because, well, we need everything. We need all the items. These particular two don't drop the things that I want them to drop right now, but the J-type drops the Premier Toy Box, also has a rare chance of dropping a mirror unit, so we like those. The yellow bolts, we really like to see them. They have the Revela alloy, and as I've been saying all along, we're going to need a lot of those. Just change up some equipment there, and now we can get the treasure chest that I was looking at a moment ago. Speaking of the alloy, and a super CPU. I'll take those. So it seems, they seem to say a lot of things about this guy beforehand. Yeah, you'll take damage whenever you get near those things. The cleaner bobs. Those guys, if I can get out the right part of my notes here, have a chance of dropping the Revela alloy, or not the Revela alloy, sorry, the carbon alloy. And aside from that, they can drop Strength Star, Retro Boombox, Diamond, Iron Cube. Yeah, you'll take small amounts of damage. It's not a massive amount. That big bowl of liquid lava there, we actually should probably heal. We actually can't jump in there, at least as far as the attempt I went to do before I started recording today. So we did that. Let's go over and do our flash sword here. There we go, we got you. I don't know how my attack went. That's three times it's gone through him. Excuse you, video game? All right. I don't know what's going on there. All right, first episode of the day. I've got to try and find out which save state I'm on. I always want to say, overwrite the oldest ones first. These guys are going to have a chance of dropping that mirror unit, and so I really want to get my hands on those. So I wanted to make sure I got one. In this case, I didn't really have them. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the elevator back up one more time, because as you saw from that last battle, get ourselves back on over here. We leveled up the last thing that we had there with... See if the game will work for me this time. There, that's what I was trying to do before. So I leveled up the last bow I had, and if you remember in the last episode, or the one before, whenever it was, We had neglected to buy one because I had run out of money. So let's go back to the east side and pick that up. All right, we got that. Now we can make our way basically back to where we were a moment ago, and we're going to head out the opposite side of those treasure chests. So the only reason to really stay up here is to avoid combat. Jump up here, somehow don't die from steam, which I'm assuming is coming out of that vent.
Sorry, give me a moment.
You'll make your way eventually, don't you worry about that. And then we're back in more hallways.
Ordinary fellow could hijack this factory.
The one kind of interesting thing about this game so far is they've played around with different dungeon types in terms of how you're going to be running into enemies and how you're going to explore dungeons. Like, some of them have been like this. I would say that the first dungeon on Rosa in town was kind of like this. And then some of them kind of play out more like they were in open areas. They're not quite as cramped as this. Gives you a kind of a good variety for how the dungeon plays out.
I don't like where this is going.
So we bought that bow. We now have that. We're now working on stuff. We have 20 seconds for this fight. I'm going to use Thunder Sword here. Flash Sword, whatever it is. Have Jaster take care of 3 enemies. Well, they might take care of... They have half of his health.
That's how you get it done.
This game's I was going to complain about the AI, but I got 2 rare drops. I'll take it. I'm not going to say a damn thing. Those are both good drops to get. Lubricant will be important, so will mirror units. Considering these are all machines, I'm assuming the type of lubricant is not the one that your dirty minds are thinking of, but, you know, to each their own. That's not what I want to do. What do we got here?
Here they come.
Got Type J. Yeah, these guys have that kind of helicopter attack. That's kind of one thing to note about them. Wow, there's a lot of them. All right, fine, I'll heal you. And what I'll do here is I will make that save state and ignore all the damage I'm taking and hope for something. Tri-charges I don't really need, but you have a much higher chance of getting the mirror unit for them. So I'll try a couple more times.
It's a tough one.
I'll take it. I got that and the tri-charge. Not that I really needed the tri-charge all that much, but it's there. I have a lot of items that I'm going to get around to using eventually. Put them healing off here. This type of dungeon, it might be different from what we were having before in terms of the layout and how it's kind of just like a long line, really, with not really a whole lot of alternating, you know, side paths or anything like that. But there are a lot of enemies in here that we do need to fight, so sadly we spend a while dicking around in here. We're back again to the point where we're finding a lot of items that we're going to need for the flow, and in the case of the alloy there, a lot of it for the... Why are you guys not attacking anything? I am going to change your command to pick the same target so that you guys actually do things. Because otherwise, you guys seem to stand around and do a whole lot of nothing.
Everyone okay?
I'll take an electric eel. Like, I may be cheesing the drops, but I'm doing it to avoid having to grind so that my levels stay as low as they can be while still getting the stuff required to show off everything. Well, it may not be the ideal way for everyone to go about playing this game.
Popping up like crazy.
It's kind of the balance I've had to draw in terms of showing off as much as I can without grinding and without having to reload the game all the time. Because otherwise I'd have to wait till the end of the episode. Get to the end of the episode, make a save file, fight a bunch of guys, and then reload when I don't get the drops I want. So this is just faster. And the more things I get, the more we get to show off.
We're not being misled, are we?
Misled by what? The path is, for the most part, a straight line. All right, we got a new enemy, I think, Green Bolt. Green Bolt, I believe, has a different type of drop. Let's let them handle it while I go and pull up that information. The Green Bolt can drop the Premier Toy Box, Iron Cube, Retro Boombox, and Carbon Alloy. Carbon Alloy I would like, but I'm pretty sure it's like a 1% drop from these guys, so I'm not holding my breath. I'm only going to mention the items that are actually somewhat important. Any of the healing items I won't bother to mention, because we don't really need them. Like, we'll get more than enough over the course of the game. There's no point in farming anything like that. We'll go around. Ah, we've got a new one. We have Type J's, and then we have Type K's. And the Type K's are armored. And Steve does not know how to take a hit. More important, you're not going to find... I'll take it. You're not going to find a lot of the Type Ks. They're a rather rare enemy, and they have a chance of dropping that Revela alloy as well. So I would like to fight more of them. We just don't see a lot of them, so we don't get too many opportunities. Go. We'll just clear out the map since I'm right at this corner anyway. Not too much. I've missed part of that other map, but we know exactly where that goes, so I'm not going to bother. It's not worth walking all the way over there to do that.
Here they come. Are you ready?
Oh, I have been hit. I am shocked. Let's fix that. I have 2 characters shocked. How do you like it? Guess that's on my weapon there. I attacked a whole lot of nothing. You kind of get locked into your attack animations if you start that combo, which is good for damage dealt, but when you're switching between targets, you end up losing out a whole bunch. Now, there's a tiny hole in the map here. Yeah, I wonder who that guy was anyway. Well, you seem to want to save them. They seemed kind of opposition-based. Like, somewhat on the same size, but they wanted us out. So, get that going. Go. All right, I'll take a break. You guys finish it. Another lubricant. This is good. We need these. Make sure I am going the right way. We will go hit that next save point there.
The number of beasts keeps increasing.
Yeah, come to think of it, why are there beasts inside a factory where people are supposed to be working? Let's throw that wave jammer out there.
I'll take you on.
Now, speaking of new-ish skills, I'm pretty sure I was supposed to show off Lilica's attack there at some point, and I keep forgetting to do so.
Like crazy.
You know what? Since we're right next to save point, I'll do the save point thing. Then we'll go in here. I was about to say I don't think there's a cutscene, but I guess I'm wrong.
Is that? Dr. Pikachu, is that you? Steve? It can't be. Steve! Let's take care of these guys first. Here we go. We cannot run away from this one.
Okay, I was trying to pull up information about these guys, and I cannot find anything anywhere. In none of the bestiaries do they show up as being like even an enemy, and the only place I see them show up at all is in the walk, like one walkthrough as a boss encounter. As you can see by the fact that I'm not. Oh, I am struggling. Never mind. I was about to say, like, they're not all that challenging, but
This is not good.
make sure we break all of their shields before Flash Sword runs out. I guess they are strong. I was about to say I'm not even gonna bother too much, but I guess these guys kind of are a bit of a challenge. Well, as far as strategy goes, I don't even have them in my notes as a boss fight because I guess I nuked them so fast in my test run. But yeah, they're shielded and they're weak to lightning. So take them down with lightning-based attacks and weapons. So basically, Electro Punch over there, Flash Sword over on Jaster. Once you've broken them a little bit, what you can do is you can use Warrior God's Cry. Now you'll notice that that does break the Shellbreaker ability that I gave her already. And that's one of the kind of the strange things is you can't have a direct buff that boosts you to the ability so that you can break guards and stuff, and an overwhelming party buff on the same character. But she can use it, and then like everyone else will get benefit from it. Plus it's probably almost expired anyway, so we might as well do that, and I've neglected to show this off up until now. So yeah, not the hardest boss fight in the world. Ow. But not one I'm going to totally nuke with anything, so I'm not really going to worry about showing it at a lower power scale.
Friend of yours?
Dr. Donald Picacho. He's my father. Rather, the scientist who made me. Really?
You guys missed out. You could have called him
What
Luke.
could he be doing here? Doctor?
Instead of
Dr.
Steve,
Picacho,
why didn't you just call him Luke?
it's Steve, Dr. Picacho.
Steve, am I dreaming? Is it really you?
Of course it's me, Dr. Picacho. I haven't forgotten you. Not for a picosecond.
Sorry to interrupt such a tender reunion, but I think we ought to get out of here.
Oh, you're right. My sensors are going off too. The enemy is approaching. Can you walk, Doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. My office is in here. Please, come with me.
Why are you here in this factory?
Well, you see, my son Mark passed away.
No! Mark? That's not possible. It can't be true.
Yes, Steve, it's true, I'm afraid. As you already know, he was the only family I had. I'll admit, it's been very difficult since his death. The whole experience has really taken its toll on me. I haven't been able to concentrate on my research or fulfill the kind of high-level technological development requests I get from the central labs. So I applied for a job managing this factory.
But, Doctor, all of your talent.
No, Steve. I'm an old man now, and I think like one. In this day and age, forward-thinking engineers like Jupus may be better suited to what lies ahead.
That's not true. You're the best scientist around. I really believe that.
Thank you, Steve. That's very kind. Although you are a robot, you are able to display such tenderness and care. In all my years, you may be the only truly great thing I ever created.
Oh, sir.
But listen, Steve, we don't have time to just sit around here. Right now, you've got to put a stop to Jupas Tuki. Please, go.
Dr. Picacho. Okay, you're right. Come on, Mr. Rogue.
Got it.
With a nice scene like that, where you actually see a bit of character development for both Steve and his creator, it seems,
A small break.
it's hard for me to take certain aspects seriously because of the last name of Jupas. It just sounds absolutely ridiculous. Jupas Tuki. It doesn't work. It does not work. He does not sound very intimidating at all.
Don't we have to hurry?
We do have to hurry into the system settings and turn that off. Kind of done talking to you for the moment. Yeah, I'll work on that. Yeah, so we still have to go do that. We still can't get out of here until we do, so. Hey, look, treasure chest. Okay, that's a sun key. We can't open that. Can I go out, please? Save point. I'll take a save point. Yes, he doesn't show up quite yet. Let's pull down to the next map here. We'll go for a little bit of a tour here. Make sure to activate that save point. One of the things I'm noticing a lot more playing this playthrough in a lot closer proximity to my last one this time, as opposed to my test run, which was like 10 or 15 years after the game initially came out, is I'm noticing a lot more little things in terms of character interactions where it's actually building up to later events for those characters. It's happened multiple times so far. And I'm very much appreciating the fact that that they're showing up there, even though I didn't notice them in my test run. So doing a second run of the game, you know, at some point after doing the first one, while you still remember what happened, seems to be beneficial for being able to further understand the characters and the motivations, and everything like that. So it's nice to have that. Also nice to have Flash Sword. It allows me to actually kill these things a lot faster. My damage goes up substantially having that simple buff on. Now I could activate, you know, buffs for my side characters as well, and they could have access to it as well. That was a challenge? I wasn't even paying attention. I got carbon alloy, so that's good. All right, we build you up. Nope. So I have one more battle to level up your stuff. Do you have anything else to work on? You have lots of stuff to work on. You know what? We'll throw the weak one on. Why not? What I'm going to need to do sooner rather than later is I'm going to have to work on combining some more items. We are pretty low on that. Let's go and plug up this hole in the map, I guess. All right, we got a couple of bolts here. Let's finish them off real quick. I get a speaker pod. I'll take it. We will need those at some point. Since I'm so close to the save point, I might as well get one more battle and head back. And refill my AP while I'm in the area. And we've filled up just in time. Let's do some combining. All right, let's combine the, whatever we got there. Let's combine some great hands with some knockout hands. And get some dynamite hands primed for our efforts. Next, we want to combine some satellite SG with some beam satellites. and create some killer grenades prime.
Now that's what I call
Next, we want to combine some regular killer grenades and a satellite MG and get some crystal bees.
Now that's what I call a masterpiece.
I'm not sure how that makes any sense, but that's fine. The Earth and Sky Bow Prime, specifically the Prime one, and a Gaia Bow. And this gives us an Ocean Explorer Bow Prime. The Sea Grazer Bow and the Forest Runner Bow gives us the Wind Rider Bow.
Now that's what I call a masterpiece.
The Hermit's Hatchet Prime and the Triton Hatchet gives me a Sea Dragon Hatchet Prime.
That's what I call a masterpiece.
Last but not least, the Triton Hatchet and the Mud Spider Hatchet. And this gives us a Man-Eater's Hatchet.
That's what I call.
Alright, and with that taken care of, we can make our way back using fast forward to get there much faster. Now that we've got some more powerful weapons, I should turn fast forward off. You know what? Bye-bye. You guys can all disappear. And a mirror unit. The more mirror units I get, the better off I'm gonna be. I don't know what's going on today. Everything just seems a little bit different. I'm getting good drops. And because it's a day I'm recording, it just so happens that today is the day my team is playing. They're actually winning today. After a great start to the season, they fell apart, and they are up 31-6 going into the half. So I'm not sure what's going on. I'm all discombobulated with my notes, not being able to find all the stuff that I need, thinking things are in places they're not actually at yet. Why I was a little confused in Dr. Picaccio's lab there. I was expecting something else to be there, and I didn't get it. All right, so we don't need to go that way, so we're gonna go... Get out of the way. We're gonna go this way. It's basically the slightly longer way around because this is a very small little section. All right, so we are eventually gonna want to go that way. I'm pretty sure that's the way forward. There we go. And we'll head down here. This is kind of a side area. I think this is actually moving forward in some parts. I'm trying to remember which way I go first. All right, I was just checking my map while I was doing that battle there. I can't remember. The mapping for this area is really confusing because it'll tell you that this area over here leads to 3B. We're currently in 3A right now. I want to go over and use Wave Jammer. And it's weird because the other area, the door that we already passed up, technically that leads to 3B as well, but it doesn't show that it leads to 3B. And the map doesn't indicate which doors are locked and which doors are not locked, which always leaves me to confusion whenever I get here. But since there's no way around it, we might as well activate the save point here. Use our save there. Go on into 3B.
Wait, Jester. Do you hear that weird voice?
No.
I don't hear anything. Why?
Hey! You made it this far! Good for you!
Get down here, Jupus Tukey.
Time to surrender. Give it up.
Surrender? Ha! Sounds to me as if you have no clue about the position you're in. Don't you understand? Do you have any idea what'll happen if you dare defy me?
As if we're going to let ourselves be pushed around by some twisted killjoy.
an illusion.
What a waste of effort! Say, I've prepared some playmates for you. Have fun, and don't forget to die. Bye-bye!
Damn.
What playmates have you given me?
Again.
The same fight I fought last time. Did we not learn last time? You intimidate me with this battle, and I win. A lot of items. Ah, here we go. The fact that you can only hold so many of these. Now it shows 3 of 99 here. This is the discard screen. So I'm going to use this to refill that. And I might as well use that. I can't use that. So we basically have no choice but to discard that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the save point here. And item storage. We are going to grab and move about half of what we have and stick them in the storage. As you can see, I've already done that with regular potions at one point in the past. And we'll do, yeah, we can probably do 15 of these, whatever. And basically, that's what I'm going to be doing anytime I run too high on specific items, is I'm just going to dump a bunch of the extras in there. Basically, we've now gotten to the point where buying healing items isn't really required anymore, save for probably resurrections. We probably will want to buy a few more of those at some point, but you really don't need to go too aggressive unless you're dying a lot. For the most part, we're probably fine. See, this is 1 alloy. That's all 3 alloys. That's why it's very valuable. I believe these are also used on the flow, just not yet. But anyway, make sure you stash those in there. Now, over here, I'm going to run back and I'm going to double check. See if I can get in there for 2 reasons. 1, to fill out the map, and 2, because over there is something I would like to interact with. All right, some of the battles are taking a while, so I'm going to start cutting a few of these things out. Sometimes it doesn't even seem like I need to fix any of the drops. I just seem to be getting them. So yeah, this takes us back to 3A. We might have been able to... Actually, no, wait a minute. I don't even think we've been in this room yet. But anyway, this one has a shop, so let's go and talk to the shop. It's the random robot there. Like I said, we don't need to worry about buying too many extra healing items. As long as we have a decent amount, we're probably fine. Chaos chips are new. Now let me check my notes here, my shop list. Okay, we're going to need 6 of these chaos chips overall, so I'm going to pick up all 3 that they have in stock there. As you can see, there's some relatively rare items available if we have a Platinum license, which we don't have. Revela alloy, which, again, anytime you can find it, buy it. What else we got here? A weapon for Steve that we don't need. Let's see, do we have decent amounts of those? Yeah, we're probably fine on those. They're unlimited in quantity. I don't see the need in buying anything else while we're here, but yeah, pick up the chaos chips and the alloy. One of the reasons I wanted to come back this way. The other... Now, it looks like you will fall down there. You don't need to worry too much unless you are stupid like me. And we do need to explore the rest of this side here. I believe there are a couple more items around here. Where exactly are they? I believe this ends up taking us back to an area we've already been, which is why I always get confused about where exactly I'm going here. Nope, that's not going to work. You do need to use these platforms to get onto the side there. So let's do this. Video game, why? I was obviously way over top of that. This one is rigged with a trap. If I remember, it is a curse trap, and indeed it is. Let's get us a tri-elixir, a very rare item at this point. Let's see, that one. Yeah, so now that we've done that, we can... Why can't I jump over the fucking fence? Like, video game, why? I was trying to fall down anyway, so that's fine, but like the game won't let me fall down. It's weird. All right, well, whatever. Let's go get this treasure chest. Nice. Some of the restrictions on where you can go in this game are really weird, and I don't understand them. All right, so Max is here. Let's throw the voodoo dance in here. Now, there's one thing I am really bad at remembering with this ability, the voodoo dance. It casts poison on the enemies, but the thing I always forget to mention and always forget to read on it for some reason is it also lowers defense. And defense is an actually valuable stat in this game. So the fact that we can lower the defense and then therefore do more physical damage is a very valuable thing to have. Let's go over here and grab the last of the chests. The wave jammer going. You'll notice how the other two aren't able to one-shot things with their abilities, but they do limit all of the enemy's potential so that they can't really do anything to them. I can probably stop fighting them now because there's not really a whole lot to those guys, and they are super common. Also, the enemy types that you're going to encounter in one of these bigger rooms is going to be different than what you can encounter in the hallways. Here we have a mimic, and I'm being stupid and running away from... I am going to guard. Okay. Let us revive you. Let us throw up protection. I haven't shown this off yet. Do Warrior God's Cry. And let's do Illusion Sword. Now that we're in Chapter 5 as opposed to Chapter 4, the Mimic has a different drop. Now the one that's at 10% is the Lapis Lazuli. And for the most part, like, we're going to get enough of those. I'm not too worried about going out of my way to try and farm them. But do note that they are there if you're so inclined to try and get them. All right. I'm going to go double check how many of these I have because these guys do nothing but show up in this area. I think I remember in my test run, I didn't have them all right away and I had to go back. What do we got here? So I've already maxed out those and way overdone the maxes. You'll notice how certain enemies don't show up at all and some of them are just overabundant in this area. Yeah, I don't know why the game does this. Some enemies are just super low in quantity, and some are just everywhere. So I can stop fighting those guys now, so that's good. It means I can start running away from enemies. As soon as I can start running away from enemies, the game goes by faster. Plus, I think I'm pretty much where I want to be level-wise. I'm above where I want to be level-wise. Everyone's level 29. I was hoping to aim for 27, but that's not going to happen. Cleaner bobs I do need. Steve, you need to not be almost dead. Let's throw the wave jammer out there. And for good measure, we will do the voodoo dance and finish them off right then and there. All right, back up the elevator here. And basically, we're going to backtrack. But since I haven't directly, I'm not going to make that. I'm not going to directly be able to get there. Now, you need that in order to get over here. But if you just need to go this way, you can eventually get all the way over here. And get there as long as you... which side has the door here that I need to get out of? It is the other side. So I need to wait for this. Eventually. But yeah, you can jump into the middle, but you cannot get up and land on the platform over there without... without having access to that platform. So yeah, I'm going to make my way back over here, and I'll probably make a pit stop over here fighting anything that's not the enemies we've already maxed out. And then, like I said, next time I will meet you down here and we will proceed into 3B now that we've cleared out pretty much everything there is to do over on 3A, even though I don't know why these sections don't show up on the map this way. It's kind of awkward because otherwise it would show you where everything is and the connective tissue would all be there, but oh well, what can you do? But yeah, there's the star, so we finally made our way most of the way through there. You will notice, let's see here, do I have access to that spot over here? No, I don't. Okay, that's fine. There are a number of locked doors that we've seen, and there's actually an entire area of this factory that won't be accessible until later. So do keep that in mind. There will be a reason to come back here. I'm going to probably pass it off right away because not only is it a challenge, it's a challenge that's definitely doable. Like, we won't struggle. But in addition to it being a challenge, the rewards are things that are kind of out of our reach in terms of level requirements. So there's not really a whole lot of reason to do it quite yet. But I am going to, like I said, fight a couple of enemies, only stuff that we've already, that we haven't already maxed out, and then meet you down here. And yeah, that's pretty much all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.